Colossus,
Hey, this is
Vegnagun.
Easy, and welcome
We
back
finished our
to
analysis of the
Let's
sphere.
Play
It appears to have
Final
been recorded
Fantasy
underneath
X-2.
Bevelle.
I
And
see
my
Bevelle
intro
hasn't
got
lost its old
interrupted
fondness for secrets.
because people are talking.
Exactly.
Basically what they're saying
Those
is,
Yevon scum have been
there's a
concealing that
weapon underneath
all
Bevelle
along.
called Vegnagun.
If anyone uses
And
that
that was on that sphere.
is done for.
And the question is that did it
But it's
finish
Russia.
right away?
All we have to
But
do is shake our way up to
I've
it
wanted
and
at
take
this
it
point in the game when I
apart.
first played it myself.
That's what Nucci's got in mind.
If
and of course, whatever he's planning
the
is what I'm planning.
Machina is so
What
powerful.
about you?
Me?
Why? Why wouldn't they use it
Summoner
against
who
Sin?
defeated Sin ought to stand up and
I mean,
defend Sphera
Given
again.
the answer later on in the game, it makes perfect sense why they don't. But why don't they use it against Sin? I mean, it
then
makes
I
perfect
guess we're
sense.
on the same side. We'll be waiting for you.
Because if they're playing against Sin,
Waiting where?
they could destroy it and then shut it off.
Don't be silly, love. On your airship, of course. I've always
Hey,
wanted to
who's
take a
didn't get on
spin
my
on
airship
that
again,
thing.
bitch? Last time you start stealing crap from me.
Tired of asking.
Get the hell off my ship, or I'll throw you overboard. Like I wish I could do to friggin' Waka.
Sin is gone. The calm is here. I thought our peaceful days would never end. The eternal calm. I really believed it would last forever.
Yuna,
Until now.
honey, nothing lasts forever.
I've realized how fragile it can be.
And I tend not to end up those inner monologues just because they're very meaningful. Those inner monologues is bigger story than anything that you can get to. So I like not interrupting those. And yeah, we got a longer episode this time than we did a few episodes ago. This was only 12 minutes of me failing on thunder planes. So yeah. Now, you could talk to Ormy and Logos on top of the airship, which makes the question, how can Ormy's fat ass stand on top of a moving airship outside on the bridge? Or the deck, not the bridge, this is the bridge.
First things first, we are going to Bevelle. Full speed ahead.
Bitch, I kicked your ass 4 times already! Who the hell said you can make orders?
You just wait, Blondie.
You tell him, brother.
What next?
She's off to save Sphera, of course.
Right.
Yuna?
Always
Yuna?
getting herself dragged into trouble.
You're being a tool!
Well, we're going to Bevelle. There should be lots of spheres there, so why don't we hunt for them on the side?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, because I don't know how my mic is set up for that, but I just did probably the biggest facepalm of my entire life with that. So, yeah! Yuna, you, madame, are an idiot. You don't go based
So how are we gonna do
on
this?
spheres.
It's obvious. We nab the head honcho.
And
Then
who would that
we make
be?
him lead us to Vegnagun and checkmate.
Not bad.
I got no problem with this. Our target is the new Yevon Praetor, Barreleye.
Ay, carajo.
A girly man like that doesn't stand a chance without his escort.
Bitch, he's got a gun!
Careful. He's much stronger than he looks.
Exactly, what?
Company.
How do you know this?
Who goes there? It's those Youth League spies. We won't have you defile this place like you did in Kilika.
How did we defile Kilika?
Well, good luck.
The sphere never had a side, it didn't belong to any because you were fighting over it. We were a neutral party, we kicked your ass and took it. Now we're gonna kick your ass again to get in Bevelle? Fine. I'm the High Summoner, bitch! I should get free access here anyway! I don't care what the hell was going on, I'm the frickin' High Summoner! Screw you! Wondering why I stopped talking every now and then is because I'm drinking something. But seriously... I saved everybody's life! I saved millions! I've risked the lives of 2 of my guardians to save everybody! I mean... Seriously? You guys trying to stop me?
Here comes the hurt.
Exactly, Pain. Here comes the hurt. I like that. And yeah, this still makes no sense. If Yuna is the High Summoner, it should not matter what side she chose. She knows the inner workings of Yevon. She has reasons to hate Yevon. You know, with Seymour and Micah being incensed, and Seymour trying to kill her on 4 separate occasions, and trying to control Sin, that's kind of a good way to swerve against it. And the fact that the god of gods, Yevon, was the one controlling Sin to begin with. I mean, Yuna is the only person in Spira who has a right to hate Yevon the way she does. And she has the right to choose whatever side she wants. And she's still the High Summoner. She still used the Aeons that Yevon presented her and taught her how to use to stop the friggin' enemy of all mankind and Sin. And I love how there's no the guards don't stop you walking to the front door. The guy, you killed enough of my men, you can go through now. I mean, I've never understood that. If you go and save the world, I assume no matter what happens, the group you work for will respect you and let you do pretty much whatever the hell you want. I'm not saying the hell you want is a good idea, because it's really not, because people do a lot of stupid things that way. But it's just bad. I mean, think about it. They're treating Yuna like she's nothing. And she saved the world 2 years ago. It's not like they forget. What you have to do here actually is you gotta pick one of these. One raises the lifts and one lowers the lifts. We're actually going below Bevelle here. And we are going to lower the lifts. But yeah, that is something that I don't care how many times I play this game, I will never understand.
Jeez, things really are a mess, huh?
You're telling me, Riku.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call a mini Bevelle. As you will see, I'm actually... The weekend of recording this... I recorded this footage a while ago, but the weekend of recording... The day of recording this footage, in approximately 2 to 3 days, I am actually going to be recording the longest dungeon I've ever played in my life. And how did the fiends get in the temple? Because last time I remember, these platforms, number 1, moved. Number 2, had no fiends in them because we were killing everything in sight. Here's something I've also wondered. What happened to the spheres you put inside the temple? I mean, they don't work anymore. The pedestals aren't even there anymore. What happened to those? They were... You can't really hide something like that.
No problem.
It doesn't make much sense, really. But then again, I'm just nitpicking now at this point, and that's not really the best thing to do. But I tend to do it a lot just because it's fun. It really is fun to nitpick at things. You guys should try it sometime. This actually reveals a lot of story if you pay attention to every detail of it, but you know me, I'll go over that later, because I can have some fun that way. And I shouldn't have done that, I wasted the trigger, but I should have had the other vertigo there so he wouldn't actually get a chance to attack me. It's pointless! Gives me no experience for the fight. But, luckily, Pain did not actually get caught by it. If she did, she'd be blinking black. For some reason, if you have anything on you, you blink black. I said I mentioned this in a previous episode. The ability Curse. What that does to you is makes you unable to switch stress spheres, which, quite honestly, I'm not doing anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal that you can't switch the transfers. Because I ain't switching them anyway.
So, yeah. Why is my voice going so high? I don't know, but it's fun.
Yeah. And I use white magic here on Riku. Like I said, she has been the white mage for a little while, and she's going to Asuna Pain, and Pain did actually have that pointless on her, which gave her 0 experience. Which sucked. Because Pain and Riku were... Riku Suave. Riku were even leveled, and now Riku's ahead of her. Which sucks. How the hell did you get here? That's Barkeep, by the way. I don't think I talked to him. That actually is Barkeep. I don't know how the hell he gets there. I'd also like to know why there's a giant hole. And not just the hole could be the faith used to be, but why the hell is the hole glowing? It's a deep hole. It's a very deep hole.
Let's go.
And because Pain has no favors, she just jumps first into the hole. Yuna, the one who led the charge, is the last one to jump into the hole, if you didn't notice. She's afraid of the hole. And this is what I don't get, this next part right here. How the hell did they get here? After they ran back behind the guards, number one. And how did Ormy's fat ass get down that hole without killing himself? Now, you don't actually... You get a scene if you do this. I just like talking this sometimes. Just walk towards the ledge here, and you get a scene. And it took them roughly 10 minutes, but 8 minutes of screen time, which I assume is a lot more game time.
Watch the exit. I don't take orders.
To sound the alarm after we killed about 12 of them. I like that. I don't take orders, but
I'll make an exception this time. Leave it to us, love.
Yeah, I did kind of give you an orgasm a couple episodes ago with that massage. You better owe me a favor, bitch! I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. That's what it sounds like with her, that she's getting a frickin' orgasm, and I am sorry if that offends anybody. This is 2013, live with it. Almost 2014 at the time of recording this. Which I just did the one thing that I don't ever like doing. That is dating my LP episode. I don't like dating them because it makes me feel really, really old when I go back and watch them, or it actually just makes it less, well, obviously less current, because if I were to date an LP, then come back 5 years later, it's like, oh, this is just old, it's nobody's talking about it. But if I make it sound like it's new, and don't date anything on it, then it's not really that bad. I can say whatever I want and won't really date it. I tend to avoid pop culture references to the way to I don't date things. And I just actually dated I believe my first ever LP episode just now. But yeah. I don't like dating things. And I completely skipped over the entire fight because it's really easy to shoot the bastards. Now what you have to do here is you have 6 pillars. 3 of them have blue lights, 3 of them have no lights, but if you touch them they turn red. To get out of here, you want to hit the blue ones. However, you can go all the way down and get a special item. I don't know if I get it or not. It's completely out. It does not affect story completion, that's why I didn't do it. And holy shit, is the Defender Z. But there's actually 2 optional items in this dungeon that you can get that are not affect story completion, but are really nice to have and can make a strategy later in the game so broken it's not even funny, so I don't like doing it. I'm using the broken strategy as it is. I don't want to make it even worse. So I'm not going to get the 2 items. It's called Bloodlust and Ring. W-R-I-N-G. What it does is if you use all of them, what Bloodlust does is it drops your health down, I believe, to 1. And Ring just, I believe, gives you more health so you get to the yellow or whatever. I'm not positive what Ring does. Never gotten it before, so I don't actually know what it does. I don't really care. But I know Bloodlust drops your HP down to critical status, and there's an enemy later in the game called Catnip, which its ability is SOS ? But actually what it does is when you hit critical damage, you do 999 for everything. That is 9,999 damage for every single shot. Now you think, oh, that's not bad, you only 2,000 damage a hit. However, it's every single shot. Now you see why I can exploit this. You give that ability to a gunner. Trigger happy. You get the picture. It is the most broken strategy I've ever seen in any kind of RPG. And I will abuse the hell out of it. However, knowing that I know how to do that, and I will show you how to... There's actually one boss I think it's impossible to beat without it. Just because of the way the fight works. But you have to use it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 separate endings to this game. I will have a bonus episode at the end of this LP showing me beating the final boss without using Catnip. But for the LP's sake and to speed things up, I will use this. It's 100% run, you want to do things quick, cause by the time I get around to doing that fight, I mean, I would say, with all the episodes I've recorded right now, starting Chapter 5, which I've done a few days ago, I would say it's about 20, 25 hours I put in so far. Not actually positive on how long is that playlist. As at this point, if it wants to work. So far, it's actually only 5 hours long, and I've only off-screen grinded at the point of this game for about 35 minutes. So yeah. And this episode's about a half hour long, and I have a couple other episodes that are decent length. So I would say about 8 hours so far. Total playtime with this LP, you're not going to see most of it, because I'm going to off-screen most of it. It's going to be about 30 hours or so. So I've got most of the game to go, and I'm in the very last chapter. And I am trying to rush it for LP's sake. I'm trying to rush through things, so I'm not doing like off-screen grinding and stuff. But it's one of those things that you really got to pay attention to and be careful about. Because if you're not properly leveled where I'm about to go in my recordings, which I haven't recorded yet and shown you, I will get destroyed beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I will explain in further detail, because what I'm going to do, it's a 100 level dungeon. And what I'm going to do is show, for the main LP series itself, I'm going to show just the boss fights. Just the boss fights. There's 5. So I'm going to show for an episode. Just so you guys are not bogged down completely with it. However, I am going to have a bonus episode released the very next day, in the same playlist, mind you, that will have one video showing all 100 floors plus boss fights. Now, I originally was going to do that with something called the Comsphere Network. However, that footage got corrupted and I lost the file. It was a 2.5 hour video. I was not going to commentate that. I'm just going to listen to it. However, this is a 100 level dungeon. Don't care if it takes me 12 hours to complete. I will upload it in one video, unless YouTube limits it, it's 20 gig limit on YouTube. And it will be fully commentated. I can go on about the history of Final Fantasy and stuff like that. I have stories I can tell for that video. I already know what I'm going to do for that series. And it's not going to be something like, I'm not going to copy and edit in my boss fights, the boss fight commentary you get for straight boss fights is going to be 1, and I'm actually going to re-commentate it over. I'm not going to just like, oh, edit it out and edit it back in. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it straight. I'm going to do a straight commentary stream. It's going to be hard on me. I don't know if you guys are going to sit there and watch it for 4 hours or however long it takes me to do it. I think I'll probably do it in 3. I will show you all the times that I save, everything that I do to get myself back into position. It's going to be a very, very timely thing. See, I think I do everything post-commentary for this series because I need the computer that I record the audio on to look at the walkthrough, so I can't focus on the commentary for it. And the computer, I have to use a separate computer for the capture because I use a PS2 capture card, so you don't have a PS3 one. And that only runs on Windows Vista or below, and the computer that I run on Windows 7. So I post-commentated on. So I have to do that not once, but I got to sit there twice. And don't worry, folks, it will be fun. I promise you it will be fun. I will make it fun. I will do whatever I can to make that as entertaining as possible for that amount of time you guys are going to be there. If you guys choose to watch it, I don't know if you are or not. I probably have a couple loyal viewers that'll sit there and watch the whole thing. I don't know. But yeah. Once you kill all these monsters, you actually go down to next room, and I completely avoided most of this episode because, quite honestly, it's not much talking in the episode. It's just me fighting random monsters. You can see how I do it. But I explained the puzzle in it already. And what awaits us at the bottom level of Bevelle? What kind of encounters will we find? And will we ever find Bevelle? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X 2. See you guys then.